This is Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most passionate environments in all of college football. 87,000 ready to rock and perhaps help create some magic in a place that's seen so much of it over the years. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Rebels will kick this away to get us going. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Getting set. Here's second down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He's got a man down the middle. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47. Auburn getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the...
It's a highlight reel diving catch there. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. Third down and short on the 8th play of this opening drive. Looking to throw again. Makes a quick grab. Finds just enough space and makes the first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. They go with a direct snap. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display. And that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Moves the ball up to the 30.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? From the shotgun, handoff inside. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the running back comes up a little bit short of the first down. Big decision here for this offense because they are down a touchdown here early in the game. They don't want to dig themselves too big of a potential hole.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Or it's snapped to the back. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. And now they'll set up for the point after. And he knocks it right through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. Here's a 1st and 10 play. From the shotgun, drops back. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Snags the quick throw. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Off the play fake on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Knapp. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Well, that is a great throw. But first, man, let's give all the credit to that offensive line. How long did he have back there in the pocket? Seems like 3 or 4 seconds to be able to navigate and figure out where to go with the ball. And he put it right on the money.
Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. It's a shotgun run call.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw yet again. Fires it to his target. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Grab behind the line. It's Knapp. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
He's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Pass falls incomplete, but there's a flag. Will it keep the drive alive? And the Rebels will line up to boot it away. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. Punt is away, but it's not very good. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's a quick grab. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
First down and 10. Off of RPO, the quarterback looks to his right.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. On first down, it's play action. The pass rush. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like the defense has it.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And looking for a big play here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. That's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
And he's going to launch it deep again. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but the important thing, the takeaway snuffs out the scoring threat. Big play.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, grabs it near the sideline. It's a huge gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Here comes a throw from the red zone. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete in the back corner of the end zone. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Took contact on the throw. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Chris, how about the quarterback sitting in there, taking the hit, but not before he got rid of the ball and hitting his intended target with a strike in the end zone? What a way to withstand the pressure and deliver for the 6 points.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He steps out to the 29. That's where they'll begin the drive. And then he's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they get the second half started with their running play.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. It was a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled at the 35, good enough for a first down.
Man, that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Great job by their offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's moving out of the pocket. He lets it go on the move. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. They attack the deep middle of this defense, Kirk, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Rebels. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14.
That makes the score. Ole Miss 21, Auburn 7.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Set to kick off.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Quick throw to the left side. He pulls it in for a big gain. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking right, this one caught. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On third down, he drops to throw. Receiver makes the catch.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert, come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot.
Looking for a deep completion. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series. He almost threw another one.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. Quarterback changing the play now at the line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ole Miss 21, Auburn 7.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the back now goes in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. Oh, and the sack is made there by the freshman. That sack sets up a 2nd down and long.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. The tight end has got it. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
He's moving out of the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Well, they're going to go with a play fake here. The only problem is no one on the defense bit at all on the play action. The results are a big sack for this defense.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Defense looking to keep the pressure on. 3rd down coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. Deep ball caught inside the 10. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a 1st and goal. The Rebels line it up with 1st and goal. First and goal, handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is situational football. This is really where the great coaches separate themselves, because in these kind of situations, this is where you want to be able to score and kill the clock. Some teams do it better than others, and that's primarily coaching and execution and preparation. But it'll be interesting to see how this offense navigates this spot of the field.
We'll try to run it with the option. Pitch play to the back. Touchdown, Ole Miss. This offense is still clicking. So the offense flexing here and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Now they get set to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is You wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? He's running out of time here. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
That's incomplete, even on a... Pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. Either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
35. Auburn, 7.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Return it brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. Stopped after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this...
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. Not much on the return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And here comes a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And the route is on.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
Extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Set to kickoff.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
And your Auburn Tigers take over 1st and 10.
And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They stop him right at the 24.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense is not giving up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board.
The pass is incomplete. Dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. Incomplete, so it's second down attempt. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's incomplete as time runs out. Game over. Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games that are a little bit more suspenseful. This one got out of hand early, ended up being a rout.
That's putting it nicely, Chris, right? This was a complete blowout. A solid performance in all areas by this team. Their coaches should be proud of how they looked out there today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.